Hey, what's going on? It's Instructor Mike. All right, it's time for Instructor Mike's Morning Minute. Check your Illinois State Police Firearm Services Bureau portal to make sure you are keeping up with your expiration dates. This is so important. The new state police cards do not have an expiration date on them. Okay. Police pulls a lady over for an alleged traffic violation. They get into a conversation. The police ask the lady, "Do you have a firearm on you?" The lady says, "Yes, she does. It's on her right hip." The police ask, "Do you have any other weapons that we should be aware of?" She states, "Yes." Upon inquiry, she states that there's another firearm underneath her seat, okay? Pursuant to Pennsylvania versus Mims, a United States Supreme Court case for officer safety, the officer asks her to step outside of the car. She steps outside of the car and they disarm her, talk to her, whatever the case may be. They do a search underneath the car and they do find her loaded firearm. They're running her FOID and concealed carry license. The leads database returns that her FOID and concealed carry license is expired and has been expired. She gets arrested for the possession of those guns without having a valid concealed carry license. She's like, "I didn't know it expired." You know why she later revealed that she didn't know it was expired, or that, the licenses have a 5 year and a 10-year date respectively? She paid an instructor $350 to take a class that wasn't a class. In other words, she paid the instructor gave her the certificate. She didn't even go to the range and shoot. See, that's what happens when people try to take the shortcut way instead of sitting through the 16-hour course. Yes, you're going to end up paying more money when you go through this person who's doing a favor for you, but you're not getting the knowledge that you need to know. The Illinois Concealed Carry License is a 5-year license, okay? It is not displayed on the actual card. The FOID card, the Firearm Owner's Identification Card, is a 10-year card, and that is not a license for you to carry firearms in the public. The FOID card is a card that allows you to purchase and possess firearms, stun guns, tasers, or other kinds of ammunition. You can carry it inside of your house, a fixed place of business with permission, right? Or a fixed house with permission, right? But you cannot carry it outside of those places, in places that are allowed by law. That's what the Illinois concealed carry license is for. The concealed carry license is only for 5 years. Now, if you kept your address up to part, in other words, you kept it updated as you're supposed to through the Illinois State Police Firearm Services Bureau portal, okay, they will send you the notification by way of email. They may even send it by text, because you can get text messages too, but they will most definitely, by default, send a letter to the address that is in the system, letting you know that your FOID card is about to expire, letting you know that your concealed carry license is about to expire. And they even give you the instructions as to how to renew it. So you can't even state that you did not get those things. That's why it's important for you to make sure your address is on file. It's important for you to make sure you pay attention to that kind of mail. It's important to make sure that your email address is on file and you're paying attention to those emails. It's important that you pay attention to the text message notifications. And if you are a person who purchases firearms, if you get your FOID card fingerprints, which is a new initiative that they've established in recent years, if you purchase a firearm within the 10 years of your FOID, it automatically restarts those 10 years. So at a minimum, you won't even have to renew your FOID card. It will get renewed by virtue of you purchasing a firearm. That's the benefit of that. Now, you don't have to get fingerprinted, but there are benefits that come with that. Look, at a minimum, I'll end with this. The FOID card is a 10-year card. The concealed carry license in Illinois is a 5-year card. At a minimum, you should be opening up your calendar app, whether you got Android or iPhone, and you should be putting those dates in that phone with a reminder, okay, with a reminder to remind you at some point in time before the license expires. You can do that. That's why it's called a smartphone. You can do that, right? If you're not going to be responsible to remember, and that's fine. We're busy. People have busy lives, they do things. But you should put those things in your phone so that you don't forget those things. There is a responsibility that comes with carrying this firearm. There's a responsibility that comes with the desire to want to protect yourself. The least you can do is put those dates in your phone so that you're able to remember those things. Okay. And then go get fingerprinted for your FOID card. It's not mandatory, but there's a benefit to it. When you purchase a firearm within those 10 years, it's going to reactivate or renew that 10-year date. So at least at a minimum, you get that renewed. Okay. When it comes time for the concealed carry license to be renewed in the state of Illinois, you have to take a 3-hour renewal course with a authorized concealed carry instructor. And then you have to upload that certificate onto the portal. You cannot use the same certificate. You cannot use the same certificate. The initial certificate looks different than the renewal certificate. It's even shaped differently, okay, or oriented differently, right? So just make sure you just do the right thing so you don't have to worry about those things. Other than that, the traffic stop went well, in terms of attitude, officer to motorist, motorist to officer. This was a preventable thing. Okay, this was preventable. She could have went to a concealed carry instructor where the instructor would have given her that information. Now, who's to say she would have remembered it within the time frame of 5 years? People forget things, right? But at least she would have been exposed to that knowledge. Okay, this is instructor Mike, and you've been trained. Sign off. What are your thoughts?